Welcome to levelupyourgame.net, and we're here to see Fnatic versus Bloodface in the ESL EMS Season 7 loser bracket. Not lower bracket, it's real losers around here. It's round 3. I'm Disrepute, I'm here with Vor.
Sure are, mate.
Yep, I didn't say hello that time.
You didn't say hello, no, because I've told you not to, because I don't like it.
He hits me when I say it. Sturmy, Sparty, Lincoln, and Deus. That's Fnatic. For Bloodface, Draven, Hazard, Silence, and Gerpa. Very nice lineups.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this game since we knew that Fnatic would be in this round and would be against Bloodface. Because even though both these teams are in the lower bracket final, I think they've played some impressive games that we've seen.
Actually, the lower bracket semi-final. Reason are waiting in the lower bracket final to play one of these two teams. Rage Gaming are in the grand final.
They have been for a long time.
Months, weeks, years.
Excellent.
Who knows? Forever. And we're going to go live. The maps are Campgrounds and Purgatory. Is following Lincoln to start off with. Gerpa got in amazingly well there, stealing the red armour. Using the shotgun, he did eventually go down, but he did a lot of damage and did steal the major item. I don't have a quad time up yet.
Neither do I.
So, Vor, what do you expect to see on this map?
Well, we know how strong Fnatic are on this map, and in particular, it will be so important for Bloodface to try and keep that rail position away from Sturmy.
There's quad. And Draven manages to steal it. Good move from him, but he goes down instantly. It's probably one of the weaknesses of this map for a spectator is the quad dies so often so early.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's just so hard to get the quad out of that middle pit.
But it does mean, if you can do it, it's much more effective overall. Because there's just so many, so fewer quad runs on this map. We're following Deuce, going up the bounce pad with the rockets. Gerpa defends well with that plasma. And now he's got the rockets that Deuce dropped, and he just rushes up with machine gun. Not as effective as it used to be. So you'd say Fnatic favourites on this map?
Yeah, they're heavy favourites for this map, and they always will be against any team, really. Their individual skills are just so high that most teams will struggle to even keep up with them. But, you know, a solid team can keep up with them, and Bloodface aren't exactly short on individual skill themselves either.
Still following Gerpa. Just gets rushed in at red armour, going at the bounce pad. Lincoln with the shaft, and suddenly he's down to the French man. 75% rail for him. Those early shots, Silence. Trying to force his way in, but could get fragged. We've got 30 seconds before the quad now. Last red armor will be up in a second.
They'll have this last red, and they've also got a rail at red armor as well with Deuce at the moment, and it's such an important weapon to have there. He's just able to shoot across towards that rail area into that middle area and do so much damage with it.
Yeah, we are on Deuce's point of view. A little bit jumpy. Misses those rails into the pit, but it looks like Fnatic have got this secure. Oh, last second dive doesn't save the day for Bloodface, and Draven goes down as well to Sturmy's shotgun. Let's see what he can do with this quad run across the map, the Italian player. That rocket just seemingly undodgeable. Messed up his own rocket shot. Didn't manage to get the hit on his opponent.
Not the most effective quad run there. Maybe he could have gone to red to get the armor. It was an option, but didn't choose to go with that route.
Did look a little bit lost as to what to do. Seemed like his team were attacking rail and they looked like they might win it. He went back to red and they had control of that, so there was no areas to win over. And bridge is a good place for spawners, so I guess it made sense to say there. He was a bit unlucky that he suddenly got teamed and taken down so rapidly. Anyway.
Yeah, he would have wanted to do more damage in this yellow area, because the thing to remember is with the weapon balance changes, you know, all the strong weapons are on this side of the map now. Now yellow has the rail, the LG, and it is close to the rocket.
So you might see a lot more counter tactics of teams playing this bridge area than Royal. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, but the problem is Lincoln does have a rail at red, so there is a lot he can do. You know, despite not having access to the LG and rail, he doesn't need the rail because he's already got one, and he's got the option of just making so many good shots from the red, either over to the bridge or, you know, from red looking towards rail.
We've got his point of view at the moment. He's getting 66% rail. That 46 MG, although that was bounce pad in the early seconds. Going to get the last red before this quad. Only a few seconds to go. Bloodface are there this time, but Lincoln is going to take it, and he's going to be so healthy. That machine gun cess really does nothing nowadays. Chops the rail to Sturmy, but Sturmy doesn't notice, and Lincoln's not waiting around.
And as Lincoln doesn't have a lot to work with. Amazing rail shot, but only one shot with the shotgun remaining. That's all it takes, though.
You see, less experienced players for sure, they do forget about keeping their ammo in check sometimes. They do get caught out. The occasional superstar like Lincoln might get caught out as well. Seeing as he
You have to say, though,
and
it was a very strong quad run, considering that he did have such limited shots with the weapons he had. Because rail's not an ideal quad gun. I mean, we did see him hit a really nice one, but you can be under pressure if you've got quad and you're not hitting those rails.
I'm pretty sure I saw fnatic practicing before this game, playing Purgatory and actually losing to Team Alpha. And Bloodface have seemingly chosen that map.
Yeah, I mean, last game we covered with Bloodface, they had a really strong performance on Purgatory. I don't remember who they played in that game, but I remember they really did put in a dominant performance on that map.
You can actually see from Lincoln's point of view, and he's holding red at the moment. Look, his three teammates down over by yellow, all three of them, as he moves to the rail area to attack Draven. He's having such a good round so far, Lincoln. Oh, goes down to silences plasma out of nowhere, pretty much. Fresh spawner. Just caught him off guard. No, not did that much damage, actually. Sturmy hits his rail. He's already got something like 8 impressives.
Excellent.
Yeah, he's so dangerous on this map. I mean, he knows all the angles absolutely perfectly, and his aim is just incredible with that railgun.
Oh, and the quad must have gone down instantly. I didn't get to switch to it. Didn't see who picked it up. Deuce did pick up the drop rail from Sturmy.
Yeah, I think it was shot by Deuce. I think that's why we're on his POV.
Anyway, fnatic retain that lead. It's over 20 frags now. And I think we're going to start to see bigger differences in games, aren't we, Paul, since the changes?
Yeah, we are, because until teams have got a perfect balance of when to be aggressive and when to really be really defensive, you know, a team will take advantage of the control and make so many frags. Because without the strong shotgun, without the strong MG, it's harder to break control, so good teams will have control for longer, and if they play well with that control, they'll make a lot more frags from it.
No, Gertha's point of view, we did just see him play for XT, came out victorious over Team Alpha. They'll be playing on TV2 soon against Reason Gaming. And that's in the esports heaven championship, but meanwhile ESL EMS in action here. He moves really aggressively in with that rail. He was always going to get caught out, in fact, and we're on Sparty point of view, another Team Alpha player. Interesting, just swapped their players around here. fnatic, Sparty on the red now. It has been Lincoln for most of the match.
I think that's a good move, because Lincoln's got quite a lot of weapons, and it's a risk for him to be the one to go for quad with the armour. You don't want to lose those weapons.
Such a good move by Sparty, clearing out this lower area before the quad. That is where Bloodface rushed from before, and as we see, it worked out pretty well. Two of them had to go through the same doorway, but Silence just standing up the top of that bounce pad. NVC would have been screaming at the quad not to go up there.
That's strange, because Sparty had taken the last red arm before quad, and you'd think that'd be Lincoln's. You think from there Lincoln would just take more of a Overwatch position on the quad and make sure it was there for Sparty to grab, but turns out not to be played that way.
From Draven's point of view, hitting 66 rail himself, fourth impressive, brings him up to 70% rail now, and this is the top level of TDM in Europe at the moment. You have to hit these kind of percentages.
Yeah, having a player that can hit that sort of rail percent is so important on this map, because you can get a rail to red armour and have someone that good with it sitting on the red armour making those shots, then it makes such a big difference in the game.
Oh, Deuce almost getting the frag on Draven, who just had MG out. That would have been losing the rail at red, but Draven did palm it off to his teammate Silence, who defends the red well against Lincoln's attack. In fact, didn't take any damage. So now on Silence's point of view, hits his own rail. He's in a good 54% as well, 6 impressives for him. Doubles up that red, interestingly. He's going to leave one more before the quad spawns as well, so he might just want to move out now, leave his teammate to stack, as he gets in a defensive position maybe above the quad damage.
Yeah, but he has so much armour, you'd think he'd be the one to look to pick it up. Maybe palm his rail off to someone else and then trade it for an LG maybe, or a plasma,
Don't know quite
or even a shotgun.
They're doing at red there, but Silence is having a good game with the rail across the map here. Gets the rocket launcher, that's important. He could probably drop down pretty safely now. Nothing's going to happen. Good drop on the quad. Did take a lot of damage, but all that extra armour really helped. And look, the 50's up, and the red will be up in a second, so this is going to be absolutely perfect. All he needs really is something like a lightning gun to get the frags with. And that he's managed to take the railgun off fnatic as well. Lincoln goes down. He was off the spawn. Sturmy calls a timeout, complaining about lag, and he does actually have pretty high ping.
Yeah, he was close to 200 MS there, which is not what you want.
Good quad run so far though, Vor.
Yeah, it's a good quad run, considering he doesn't have, the ideal weaponry for a quad run. Hit some nice rails. And of course, it's very unlikely you'll ever have enough armour on this map to survive a quad rail.
Bloodface took over that red armour before the quad. It allowed them to get the quad.
Yeah, it made all the difference, because he did double stack that red, and had he not double stacked that red, he would not have got the quad, because they did more than enough damage to kill him if he just had one red armour. But with 2 red armours, he was able to move out from it and continue his run. Sturmy's ping doesn't seem to be repairing itself.
Oh dear. We could do without some delays, really.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Sturmy's playing from, but he's had internet problems before playing from his home in Italy.
To follow this, I was hoping to stream Poland versus the Czech Republic, which I honestly can't call which team will take that. So that'll be another good game. It's just full of great TDM games tonight.
Yeah, we seem to be getting good Thursdays every week for TDM. Almost too much to stream.
Especially when you have sound issues.
The score in this map is really closed in, because we were mentioning how important control is now and how much easier it is to make frags when in control with the changes to the weapons that have been put in recently. And if Bloodface can have 5 minutes or so of good control, then they'd be favourites to go ahead in this map if they could do that.
That frag from Silence, absolutely perfect prediction somehow. He's come back all the way to red, and he should be holding this now. Just going to see what he does though. Is he going to double stack it? It's a bit early to double stack it, unless he's actually going to move out. I think in this game you're going to have to use your reds a lot more than before, because they're just so much more powerful. Although fnatic are just going to run in like that and make it easy.
You really have to wonder what Sparty's thinking there.
I think you're going to switch off as he's not going to move out. Let's go to Lincoln's point of view with Plasma. Going to go up this bounce pad. Dangerous manoeuvre at any time. And then...
Silence pushed out just as we switched away.
Typical. But we're back on it now anyway. Nice frag with the rocket from the bridge. A good rail there from the Dutch international.
But this is what he has to do. I mean, red now is a lot more powerful because of the nerfs to machine gun and shotgun. It really is hard to take down a red armor player unless you have a gun yourself, like a proper gun. You know, on this map, really, you have to rely on hitting rails and catching them out with LG if they've got red armor.
Deuce not having a good game so far. Score of 18, deaths 31. It's not his favourite map, but
he mentions he's getting lag spikes, and actually when we were on his point of view earlier, I did notice that it wasn't very smooth looking.
Well, it is a typical fnatic game, I'm afraid. They do delay these clashes quite a lot. We do overrun often.
You know, they are actually in trouble on this map. The momentum is heavily with bloodface at this point, and the score difference is down to 8 when it was up at 30 plus only a few minutes earlier.
For anybody not interested in watching this match, fnatic vs bloodface with an 8 frag difference, you might want to tune in to TV2. Reason Gaming versus Zenatorium XT, that is. That's going on TV2 right now. But I would actually advise to stick with this game.
Definitely.
As you say, the momentum with bloodface, how can fnatic turn that around?
Well, I think they need to actually pick what part of the map they want to win back. They can't just have Sparty keep throwing away kills against a stacked silence P on red, because he isn't going to win it back. You don't have, you know, either a rocket launcher to knock him off the red or an LG to somehow catch him in that red area, then you aren't going to win it back with shotgun or machine gun. But you need to stop throwing those frags away. Really, fnatic need to decide, are they going to win back rail area and hold that, or are they going to take red back and then work from there?
Well, they did just hit a good rail on silence, and the red had just been taken away by a different bloodface member, so if fnatic knew how weak he was, they might want to rush in now, but he's going to palm his weapons off as I'm going to cycle around onto Lincoln here, trying to attack the railgun area. Bloodface did have control of that briefly.
This looks good for fnatic.
Oh. No? Silence takes it, but this could be the rush back then to the red armor. Sturmy.
I was so sure that Sparty was going to pick quad up then, and he did have an LG, which is a good weapon for quad.
Two fnatic players waiting on the rail. They got pressure from the bridge with the rocket launcher as well.
Yeah, and where this wouldn't have been a terrible situation earlier, having 2 people up at rail with machine guns, you know, with the machine gun nerf, it wouldn't be. See, look, being pushed away, there's nothing he can do.
Good dodging. Oh, he's just run into a death trap though, surely.
He is surviving with this rail, Sturmy, but he needs to pass it off, and he does so. It's good play.
Switch round onto Sparty, in fact. He's got the railgun. Oh, misses. An easy shot there, really. Another one. You kind of expect these players, so good as they are, to hit every single rail.
Well, Sparty's aiming brilliantly so far in this map, and it's almost surprising to see him miss any shots, but there we go. 2 great shots onto Gerper, and he did have that red, and he forced him to
look at this. All 4 fnatic players look like they're rushing, and perfect timing. They're going to take the red armor out of this. Draven gets the frag in the back, but it's just too late moving in.
This is what fnatic needed to do, though. You know, rather than just have one player keep dying at that red over and over, you know, they did the right thing in pushing their whole team to win it back.
Just waiting for that opportunity to get a rail in early, do the damage, then rush in after. Sturmy at mid again with low health. He's not going to drop a weapon. Yes, he is. His quad coming up soon. See what Gerper can do with this shotgun. 10 seconds to a quad.
He's not in a great position for a shotgun with the changes that have been made to it. You know, you need to be really in close to do significant damage now.
Sparty manages to grab it this time. 15 health, 25's up. Still dangerous position though. Oh, pulls out the rail. Nice frag. Lucky he ran away actually there. Doesn't manage to put both 25s, interestingly.
Oh, terrible miss, that one.
Oh, but it's worked out perfectly for fnatic. Just needs a bit of support here though. Bloodface are quicker in. See two fnatic players following up the bounce pad.
Yeah, it was lucky Lincoln came in when he did, because Silence had got the kill on Sparty by knocking him down, and if Lincoln didn't come in when he did, he would have had a lot of problems with Silence's plasma.
So on to Deuce's point of view, he's in 58% rail as well. It's like ridiculous rail stats in this game so far.
Excellent.
So that's got to do with the familiarity of the map, for.
Yeah, and the skill of the players involved, because you do expect top level players to hit great rail percents, and I know some people will say percent doesn't matter, but it really does. If you've got your whole team hitting over 50%, it makes a big difference.
That aggressive LG push against the rocket. There's a bit of a mistake there from Deuce as he goes down, and they've lost out on the red. In fact, the timing he attacked it at was really bad, because red was almost up to spawn, and there it is, taken by Bloodface. There will be one more before the next quad. There's only 2 quads left on the map. Bloodface are going to have to get this quad to start bringing it back. 13 impressives for Sturmy.
And while he's not pressured in this position by Bloodface, he's going to deal out so many 80 damage rail shots.
Does get one more shot in. Sparty getting the quad. He does go down, but it's a bit of a tall order then for one last quad to try and bring it back for Bloodface. But they
yeah,
do control the
fnatic
red.
have stepped up their game in the last 5 minutes, because when we saw Bloodface bring it back to as close as a 5 frag gap, they were playing really well at that point, and fnatic, they weren't doing the right things at that point, but they switched it up and they just made sure they won back that red area, and since then things have been going their way again.
Still following Gerper, he's just firing rockets here, there and everywhere. Some coming off and others not quite coming off. Might have wanted to get that rocket ammo. He's only got 3 shots left, but he won't even get to use those. Deuce moving in. Silence almost got hit in the air with the rocket hazard. I think it's the only first time we've been on his point of view. Defending this red armor only with the machine gun. Now got an LG out of it. So 20 frag gap. We've only got 2 minutes remaining. There's only 1 quad. Can it be done for?
Yeah, it can be done with the new weapon balance, because if they can get a really good run together in this last 2 minutes, including getting the quad, then if you just keep getting kills over and over again, then fnatic won't have any weapons to play with. But it's whether or not you can do that, of course, because players as strong as fnatic, it's not going to be an easy task.
Looks like Hazard's going to get in here on the yellow. Oh, he just moved forward off it as it spawned. Doesn't matter in the end, because he does take out Sparty, and he got this next shaft out of it. Oh, Lincoln, look at that rail, so controlled as he switched to it. 10th impressive for him. Quad's going to be up in 5 seconds. Lincoln does actually have armor. Look at this, everybody diving on it. Sparty manages to grab it again. I think what's that, the 3rd in a row he managed to get? Goes
yeah, and that'll
down
seal the
pretty
game
quick.
for fnatic. Important to grab that. Not wanting to give Bloodface any chance to come back.
So good play from fnatic on their home map, but they will be up against Bloodface.
It was good play in the end by fnatic, but for a while there, they may have been slightly worried, especially with the connection problems they were having during that map.
There might be a worry that spills over to the next map. Which will be on Purgatory, one of the brand new maps to Quake Live. And it's close to being a classic straight off the bat, isn't it, Vol?
Yeah, of all the new maps, I think it's the one that people have taken to the best and are really enjoying so far.
We'll be moving from one of the more simple maps, I would say, to one of the more complex maps.
Yeah, it's more complex, I think it's fair to say, because there are more items on the map. You know, there's an extra yellow armour, there's the Mega, all the weapons are present.
2 power-ups.
And 2 power-ups, of course, that's the main difference.
Lincoln, we saw a lot of his early play propping up the stats.
That's kind of scoreline, you know. You've got a player who's playing that red position, that is the sort of scoreline they need to get to, you know, justify playing that position. You know, if he hadn't have got a good score like that, then holding the red wouldn't have been the best idea. But, you know, Lincoln is for a long time been one of the best people at playing that role. And once again, you know, puts in a good performance.
So, excellent play from fnatic. But we also saw glimpses of really strong play from bloodface too, so it's going to make it a very interesting map where you would suggest that bloodface would have the advantage over fnatic in terms of play time.
I do think that, you know, as strong as fnatic are individually, they are going to struggle on this map. You know, I could be proved wrong, but I would expect that. I wouldn't expect, maybe that's the wrong word, but, you know, I think bloodface will take this map. So, and then it's what sort of mindset will that put fnatic in if we do go to a third map?
Map 2, Purgatory. This is the ESL EMS. Lower bracket, or sorry, loser bracket. Round 3. The winner of this will play Reason Gaming in the lower bracket final. And the grand final awaits.
Is that definitely right?
Yep.
Okay. I lose track sometimes of all these different EDM events we have going at the moment.
So Purgatory Vor, it's got Battlesuit, it's got quad, a red, a mega, 2 yellows, it's got the entire arsenal that's used in TDM normally. What do you see are the tactics on this map?
Well, I haven't actually watched it since, you know, the recent weapon balance changes. I don't think the way it's played will change drastically, but, you know, you won't be able to just, I don't think, mindlessly, no, well not mindlessly, but you won't be able to just rush the red, I don't think, even if you have a solid time on it, unless you have weapons. You know, that'll be pretty much suicide if you just try and go in, you know, drop on it with a machine gun. I don't think that's going to be successful anymore.
What we have seen before the changes were teams fighting over that red, and then the team that controlled the red would get control of the mega, which is just above it, up that little jump pad. But red is always under threat. There's 3 openings that you can get through to it, and then 1 below as well that you can cause some damage to the red room from. So it's quite an open room to try and hold. It's a dangerous position to stand in, and teams we witness generally would time the red, get it, and move out and attack, time that mega.
Yeah, but the weapon layout on this map, no, there are good weapons, you know, other than that LG in the red. You've got the 2 different rocket launchers, you know, one above the red and slightly further away, another one next to the would you call that the upper yellow or the teleporter yellow maybe?
It's the lower yellow.
Lower yellow. The one by the teleporter exit anyway.
Right now.
And it will be important to move out from red and, you know, try and control as many of the strong weapons as possible. But also I think that, you know, if you can get a lockdown on the red and take the majority of megas, you know, the player who is able to do that and stack the mega in the red is going to be so hard to kill now. Now you really have to, if you're not holding that red, you're really going to have to hit some amazing rail shots to stay in the game. Otherwise you could find that the team getting the reds just runs all over you and dominates the map. But we'll see how it plays out.
Just hoping that the VOD doesn't get cut because of the delays that we've had. There was a limit of 60 minutes, and it would just start a new one.
We shouldn't be in too much danger of hitting that, I don't think. Unless we're going to sit here and have Sturmy ping problems for the next 10 minutes or so.
Doesn't look good for him at the moment. Sturmy's event in Italy this year, we heard about recently. What's it called? The Ultimate Gaming Championship, something along those lines?
I believe that is correct, yes.
Be a Quake Live event at that, be dual, no doubt.
Yeah, nice to see Quake Live at some different events though.
Be good to get a whole circuit across Europe and the world. But I think it needs a team game to really build up a community. Maybe it could be TDM, Abel?
Yeah, definitely.
Sturmy's so laggy. Following him now, people are going to think the stream's lagging, it's so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at his lagometer and it's a complete mess. Well, it has just gone back down to, you know, the normal sort of ping he seems to be getting on this server. He is readied up.
Right, so, getting ready to go. fnatic versus bloodface, ESL EMS. Reminder, I'm Disrepute, joined by Vor.
Yes, we needed reminding of that.
XT versus Reason going on TV2 at the moment. And we're about to go live on Purgatory 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight. There we go, following Gerper to start off with, gets a shotgun at the quad area. No one else spawning there. Normally they do. Deuce diving in on the Mega in front of him though. He'll be really disappointed he didn't grab it. But Deuce will go down to Silence, who presumably got that red.
Yeah, he no doubt did, and that is such a strong spawn on this map.
He will want to come back for the second red. Good push from Spart. He did miss the shot though. That's key.
I don't know, I wouldn't call that a good push this close to power-ups. You know, he's lost his weapon and he's not going to most likely have one.
Although it's worked out perfect for him as he spawns at red.
Yeah.
Had to happen, didn't it?
They do have both power-ups. Maybe a bit fortunate there.
Yeah, Silence, I mean, they got caught out. It was a fairly early-ish power-up, and Silence was waiting on the second lightning gun before he moved out. Deuce just got this rail to work with a battlesuit. Oh!
This POV does look so jumpy to me. I don't know if that is just my view of him.
It's
not affecting his rail though.
100% rail. Oh my god, what? As he gets a rocket out of that as well. Misses his first shot. It looks like Deuce is really cranked up the skill level.
I think he's angry from this lag and it's making him play better.
It's one of those players who can just turn it on sometimes and just dominate an entire server. Sturmy has called another timeout for his lag. Yeah, Lincoln predicting it's going to be a very long game.
There really does seem to be something wrong with this server though, because, you know, it's not just Sturmy who's got problems. I mean, it's Deuce, other players complaining as well on both teams. I don't know where this server is located, but it's not looking very good.
I believe this is a German server.
Yeah, it is.
Let's just look at, while we're waiting, the road each team took to this point. fnatic in the upper bracket beat Deathrain, then got knocked down to the lower bracket by Reason. They managed to defeat 4 Kings in a match we streamed. That was a very exciting clash. To meet Bloodface. Bloodface beat XT and then got knocked out by Rage Gaming. To go down, they beat Team Alpha. And now each team meets each other. The winner will play Reason, sorry.
Yeah, of course, that was the game we watched, Bloodface and Team Alpha, where we did see Bloodface play so well on Purgatory. You know, they won that game against Team Alpha by, you know, 62 frags on Purgatory. That's a big margin of victory.
3, 2, 1,
Going live in the game on Draven's point of view at the moment. He had just died, so I'm not sure how we're on his point of view, but I guess the timeout messed it up a little bit. Waiting on the plasma gun. We've got 50 seconds until the quad and the battle suit. The quad is slightly before.
Only ever so slightly though.
As Deuce got time on that Mega. He's looking like a real beast this map so far. It's got a yellow as well. Oh, gets pummeled
He's
though by
not going to be happy
Silence.
with that.
Silence has looked very strong on both these maps so far. Just going frag for frag there. We got 10 seconds till quad. Battlesuit follows it by a couple of seconds. Now quad is usually the first that goes down because it's just such an open area. Bloodface look like they've committed to it. Sturmy was almost going to land on it, but got knocked onto the bounce pad. Sparty does manage to get the battlesuit. I don't know. It looked like to me like quad was pretty weak and in trouble there.
Yeah, it did. He's only on 18 health. He's got himself 50 armor, but without some health, that's not going to be much good against Battlesuit.
Battlesuit with a rail, with a lightning gun, with a rocket. Quad backing off, although Battlesuit's not exactly strong here. He's only got 50 odd health. As both power-ups have run dry. Sparty hitting some excellent rails there. Draven returning the favour though. Oh, nice ambush from Sturmy. Look at that. Came out of nowhere to Draven's point of view. As he gets an unhelpful spawn in that red room against two fnatic players. And fnatic just extending their lead there, Vor.
Yeah, I mean, all the while that Bloodface are unable to, lock down that red. No, I think it is in fnatic's favour because fnatic are just moving around, quite individually and timing items, and that's in their advantage because they are the stronger individuals. All the while they can keep Bloodface from playing together as a team and really locking down that red. The advantage is definitely theirs.
What do you think Bloodface need to do then? Oh, good dive by Gerpa to grab that red in front of the fnatic players. Maybe that could be the start.
Yeah, that red still is quite important, but I think they either need to stay away from red and stack up and get a good power up and win control of red from that, or they just need to completely force the issue at red and take over that way. But that will be difficult.
Power up coming up following Sturmy.
Yeah, if they can get good power ups here, that's their way back.
Oh my god, terrible play from Sturmy. And that's lost the battlesuit surely for fnatic. Yeah,
it is. That's a crucial mistake.
And double power up for Bloodface. Silence moves into this red now. fnatic, you would expect, should just fade away, although Sparty goes in with the railgun in towards red. Not the best manoeuvre.
Yeah, and I was saying a power up would be the way back into the map for Bloodface. I never expected them to get both power ups.
And it could have come about because of that red armor steal that we spotted from Gerpa. It meant fnatic didn't have the last red armor before the power-ups. Two of their players had to leave the red armor room with no armor.
Yeah, but we saw what happened to Sturmy at Battlesuit. He shouldn't have made the mistake he did there.
Still following Silence. He's only got 5 health, but he's still dealing out damage with the railgun. Managed to take out a Deuce as well. Although he left the gun up for some reason now. Deuce has spawned right on it. Nine frags the difference. Bloodface bringing it back. As Lincoln eventually gets the better of Silence. And we're already into the territory of setting up for the power-ups again.
Yeah, although we want more reds, before power-ups, that'd be quite crucial, I think.
Oh my god, excellent play from Lincoln. Hazard was so aggressive there, but Lincoln just schooled him with the realm and the 2 air rockets. But it looks like Bloodface, from Gerpa's point of view there, had got the quad under control, though it was quite a bit away before it actually spawned. To see who gets that. Lincoln does, and Deuce gets the battlesuit, and I have to wonder what both teams are doing at the moment. Giving away so many double power-ups.
Yeah, and that's disappointing for Bloodface, because I'd have thought Gerpa really should have managed to get that suit. He was right above it, and then just before it was spawning, he just moved away for some reason.
On Gerpa's point of view now, it's only a 1 frag difference. They managed to take out Lincoln as they switched to him, which was useful. And Bloodface suddenly have the advantage. Ever since that timeout, they've just been coming back and back and back.
Yeah, they have a lead for the first time in the game, and you can see from Gerpa's pod at the moment, fnatic do not want to attack him right now. He has all the weapons he needs to defend this red, and I don't know, he's taken some heavy hits there.
Well, what they did was quite good. I think they just rushed in a little bit early in the end, because they were doing a lot of damage to him. Oh,
surprised
stolen
went
red.
down as easy as he did defending that red. I think he was a bit overconfident with the stack he had. He seemed to just stand there and take the hits, which he could have avoided.
I think he was the guy that just dived in and stole the red in front of fnatic. Sturmy had no idea what time it was taken. He's just been standing on it for a good 20 seconds. But he will actually get it, as Bloodface aren't ready to dive on the next one, even though they knew the time. And there's that 50 up as well for Sturmy. Now he might want to get in a position to take battlesuit. At this point, he could go to quad as well. That's the other option. In fact, battlesuit did get a bit delayed, so
yeah, I'd say with power-ups on this map is teams are so greedy. They always seem to try and set themselves to get 2, but you know, quite often it backfires entirely and they get neither.
And looks like Bloodface are going to get this quad of those. Not going to be without damage. In fact, he does go down. There is Sturmy with the battlesuit. Hasn't got a weapon to play with though. Needs his good mate Sparty to give him the rockets. And red will be up in a second. Does Sturmy know it? Yeah, he does. Alright, he could really deal some damage here. He runs out of rockets at just the wrong time, but did have the shaft in hand. Look at that spawn for Gerpa. You can't think of anything worse. And that's just given a little bit of control back to fnatic. Just ever so slightly. Sturmy gets knocked off from above. Good work from Gerpa with the rockets there. Damages the red pickup layer. Lincoln trying to get the pummel in, but it's not enough. Sturmy with a machine gun kill, so rare nowadays. Sturmy actually, statistics like 100% rail there, but I don't know how many shots he's had, but if you never miss, can't be bad with it.
I don't know if this is his impressives count I'm seeing, but he might have 6 impressives on 100%, but that could possibly just be someone else's.
I'm never sure with the Quake Live scoreboard. 3 frags is the difference at the moment. Silence, it really is, I think, having an excellent game. 30 seconds until the quad, so we stay on his point of view. Now it might be a tactic here to go and stack up a couple of yellows 40 odd seconds before, well 50 seconds obviously, at the shotgun by battlesuit. Then you have a guy stacked there for the battlesuit roll. Yeah,
that is an option, and if you do that, be careful about it. You can look to push the remainder of your team onto quad.
Quad's about to spawn. It looks like fnatic are going to get it, although Silence came in dangerously. There we go.
It was double power up.
Just seen double power up after double power up after double power up so far in this map.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I think it's just a case of teams try and be greedy. They try and look to do maybe a good thing, which is try and get both power ups, but so often it does seem to backfire. It is a big risk because 2 power ups, and now Bloodface have managed to pull ahead again.
Bloodface do need to take this map to take it to a third. It is a best of 3. Fnatic taking the first map, Campgrounds. Still only 4 frags difference in favour of Bloodface. Sturmy spotting his 2 teammates down there and ready, supporting them with the rocket launcher. Silence goes down. Pretty quick sharpish. Fnatic like a pack of wolves just moving around together. Draven goes down for that mega health. Sturmy does take it. Now Sturmy, being a top level duelist, should have excellent timing on the items. And Fnatic take the red as well, so this could be a point at which they start to extend their lead again.
Yeah, this prior to the power-ups by Fnatic is just top-notch really, because they've turned around the 3 frag deficit and now they're ahead. Well, it was 4 frags down to 3.
Oh, what a frag from Lincoln, and look, he is stacked. He can move through against the battlesuit. Battlesuit's got a good bit of armour as well, and here we go, shaft on shaft. Lincoln backs out of it.
Good decision to back off.
Silence is going to be waiting for this yellow a while, but it's probably the wise thing to do when you're up against quad.
Gonna be waiting there
until
it's
the low yellow, isn't it? Yeah, it's the wrong yellow. Must have been just taken before he got around the corner. Lincoln pins him in the... Oh! Really good kill, well done. As he sees the mega taken in front of him, but it didn't matter, quad had run down. He's still got a good armour stack, Lincoln. Can move out. He hasn't got much ammo on the shaft though. Yeah, and then it runs out in the middle of a fight. There's the ammo crate just down there, yeah, it does pick it up. Oh, look at this is excellent from Lincoln. He's taken the rail as well there.
More ammo for his shaft as well, which he'll need.
7 impressive saw Lincoln. Let's have a look at some of his statistics.
And that was a really important kill there, because that's the only rail Bloodface have in their possession.
Of course, he did take the last railgun as well, so he should know a time on it. He wants to keep that under control. Those shards are always useful in that position. Draven so aggressive with the shotgun. We did notice, by the way, Lincoln had 76% rail.
Yeah, I mean, surprisingly missed that shot there on Draven as well. I mean, it was a really strange decision for Draven to go that aggressive with how nerfed shotgun is, but it paid off for him.
Excellent timing. Oh, lands on the mega. Instantly took rocket damage from his own teammate there. It's got to be galling for him. And does eventually get sessed down as a result. 6 frags is the gap. Sturmy gets lucky with the rocket launcher spawn. It looks like Fnatic will take this battlesuit. It's going to be Sturmy with it. Draven gets a free quad. Empty area. No one pressuring him. He should know the time of mega and he's going to wait for that. It could be dangerous though. Yeah. The rockets from above. Oh, who was that? Didn't see the Fnatic player just blowing himself.
I think it was Lincoln.
If he hadn't done that, he could have taken out Draven, in fact. But Sturmy here, go point blank range against the quad. Nice railguns. As the power-ups run dry. Sturmy going to go down, is he? No! Excellent defense with the rockets. Draven somehow missed every single plasma bolt. And we've got 5 minutes left now. 2 sets of power-ups remain, and the teams are just so tight you couldn't call it either way at the moment.
No, it is all going to come down to these power-ups, and neither team can afford to make that mistake again of letting the other team have double power-up. That could decide the game if that happens again.
We did see Fnatic commit at least 2 players of battlesuit there. Because it did mean they gave up quad Draven, but battlesuit's definitely the one you can hold, isn't it, Bor?
Yeah, battlesuit is easy to hold. You're correct, because quad is so open to attack from so many different angles. You'll pick the quad up and get hit by 2 different rails from 2 different sides of the map.
go. Draven going down to Sparty. Picks up the rocket launcher. Might want to just start going to the yellow and waiting for that up. It will be up before the battlesuit. Then there'll be an excellent position to defend it. Although he's getting Cess down here under a lot of pressure. Hazard. He's going to be rewarded with the yellow. Not the best rockets in the world, but does eventually take out Sparty. Look at that attack from Lincoln, and look, the yellow is up. Sturmy gets the battlesuit. Oh my god. Not quite sure why he did such a high rocket jump. Didn't go to the other side with the yellow either, and Lincoln, I guess, didn't see it to call it. Aggressive push in to the red armor. Now he's pretty weak, and a good steal of the 50 health by Hazard there. That was a really intelligent play. Red is up if he looks around. He doesn't, but he will take it now, and Quad must have run out now.
They did hit Quad nearby the suit, but didn't catch sight of what happened to it.
And fnatic have just extended their lead ever so slightly there.
Yeah, it was important there that, you know, they didn't make the mistake they made earlier in the map and allow, you know, Bloodface to get 2 power-ups. That would have been a crucial mistake at this stage.
And Sturmy, have a look at his statistics. Still hitting 100% rail. Can't be sure of the amount of shots he's had, obviously. 57 rockets. Quite an open map, this, really. The
way this is played is played into Fnatic's hands. You know, they'd have wanted this map to play out this way. They wouldn't have wanted Bloodface to play tightly as a team.
Draven just waiting through the teleport. Excellent plasma. As he eradicates Sparty from existence. So, 25 seconds till the last 2 power-ups. What would you suggest Bloodface need to do here, Vol?
Well, with the frag difference, they might need to make a play to try and secure both, but it's not going to be easy. You know, it would typically be 1 going to battle suit, 3 at quad, but you never know how Fnatic are going to set up. If they were to go 2 each, they'd have a chance to take both.
Draven takes the quad. Didn't see who took the battle suit. Do you want to just check on that, Vol?
Battlesuit is with Deuce. He doesn't have any armor though, and here he goes.
Oh, Quad is almost killed. 19 health. It's going to be really hard for him to do anything. Yeah, and Sparty on the teleport exit takes him out. 17 frag difference. 1 minute remains. No power-ups to work with. And against
5 seconds left on that suit, and really that was the perfect situation for the suit. He just managed to hit a rocket on the quad that knocked him down to that mega, and that's all he needed to do. He just had to put quad out of the game.
He only had a plasma to work with, Draven. 20 frags of difference. We're going to see fnatic take this 2-0 on the maps. ESL EMS, they will go on to face Reason in the lower bracket. Rage Gaming waiting to play the winner of that one. So, fnatic looking strong for potential champions?
I think they look quite strong here, but I don't think Bloodface played as well in this game as they did against Team Alpha. You know, they were really dominant in that, and it was dominant as a team in that game as well. And I don't think they really played that way in this game against Fnatic. And had they done so, I think they really would have, you know, I think they would have beaten Fnatic on this map, but it played slightly better as a team.
Okay, so thanks for joining us for fnatic versus Bloodface ESL EMS. Good night.